Hi guys, I'm Ryan Swart and I'm going to be the presenter of the Strike King Freshwater Journal. During the season I'm going to be hosting various different guests on the show. My partner today is Ryan Thompson. Welcome Ryan.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Ryan and I have made the trip up to Liy Ba Dam. It's a destination that we've been dreaming of coming to. We've heard the stories, the legends of these big bass. So we're targeting a 4-kilo fish. We're going to go and test the waters and see what we can get. My fishing partner Ryan decided to put a fishing trip together where we could go get some personal bests, and Liy Ba Dam in Botswana was the dam of choice. To get to Liy Ba Dam is a 12-hour trip for us, so we left early in the morning. Unfortunately, what we didn't realize is we had missed our last fuel stop on the way to the border post. Created a bit of a hassle where we had to try and get to 40 to 50 k's on our empty fuel tanks. For the first time we've come through to Botswana, and we've misjudged our fuel by quite a bit. We've got 70 k's to go to our next fuel stop and only 68 k's worth of fuel left, so we're trying to see if we can get any fuel here at the at the border post, but no luck, so it's going to be an interesting few k's. We managed to crawl into the fuel station where we got a bite to eat, refueled and continued on our way to Pokoje Lodge. The trip was long and we had some complications, but as soon as you see the signboard you know you're starting to get close. All those issues fall away and the excitement builds up very quickly. After checking in, we got stuck into the giant task of getting our tackle ready. What to expect was the biggest question on all of our minds, as we'd never seen this body of water, and what to pair up with each combination was proving more and more difficult. After spending a good few hours getting our gear ready, Pokoje Lodge made us a fantastic meal and it was time to crash. Everyone was shattered after the long journey. We woke up at 4:30 to a beautiful morning. We packed the vans, we tried to get our excited team organised, which was a nightmare. Everyone just wanted to go fishing. Cars are packed and we're off to the new dam, so looking forward to a new adventure. So we've arrived at the dam this morning and it looks like a lovely place. Very excited now. So the guys are just busy getting all set up at the moment and we'll be on the water in a couple minutes. My first thoughts are we're going to be pitching into the trees. Whether that works out or not is another story. But something that looks very good here is going to be a weightless boat. A lot of trees to pitch into and throw around, so there's a huge amount to cover here. The unique thing about Liy Ba Dam is there's no fuel motors or outboard motors allowed, so everything's done off sneaker motor. It's quite a mission getting onto the water. Very frustrating having to get all your tackle in and off the boat every day, but it's well worth the effort. See that? Okay, so there it is. I think it's about a 3.1. Our scale unfortunately is overheated, so we can't really get an exact scale, an exact weight, but we'll try and cool it down. Hopefully it'll be ready by the next session. There we go. Okay, the rod I used to catch that last fish is a Halo 7.6 heavy with a loose speed spool reel. It's a 6.4 ratio, and the line I've got on here is 20-pound big game line. It's quite heavy for a spinnerbait, but I've done that on purpose. to try and get through all this thick cover. Okay, as you can see with the spinnerbait here, it gives off a good flash with the silver blade, which imitates the boatfish quite nicely. And the carp have spawned here in the shallows, and what's happening is when this bait comes past the tree and those fish are hungry enough, they're absolutely smashed. We're fishing quite shallow here, 3 to 6 foot at the moment. There's a few scattered trees around here, and these fish seem to be hanging on the individual trees. You've got to fish every tree because they're not sitting on every tree, but when you do get them, they seem to be good sized fish. Okay, so we've got another one. Nice size, probably about a 1.5. We'd kill for this anywhere else in our country, in any of our dams. So again, we've caught it on this striking half-ounce spinnerbait. Took its time, eh? Yeah, at the moment we've got two different baits. Got the striking half-ounce spinnerbait, which seems to be doing well for myself. And then Ryan's on that.
Yeah, I'm trying the striking ocker. I'm trying something slightly different. The wind seems to have died down. So I'm basically working the weed patches around the trees and the stumps. And I haven't landed any yet, but I've had 2 astronomical big bites on them. So I'm going to continue working this pattern, and hopefully we're going to pick up and actually land some of these big guys.
As competitive anglers, you have your patterns which you rely on majority of the time. You have to be quite versatile though, because if these don't work out, you have to fall back on something.
Oh! Oh!
Oh! My heart is beating. I've been waiting for this the whole day.
Let's put some weight behind me. There you go.
4.03. My biggest fish, personal best.
Is it? Ah, well done, man.
By 0.3 grams. I'm extremely excited. It's my new PB by 3 grams, but it's a new PB nevertheless. Okay guys, so we've had a slight wind change, so I've come off from the weightless ocker that I was fishing and thought that while Ryan is absolutely annihilating the fish on the spinnerbait, I'd give it a go. And first cast and this 4.03 popped out, so definitely the spinnerbait is certainly outclassing the ocker. So I'm going to continue throwing with that spinnerbait. Hopefully get a few more of these. Gee whiz.
Just what a slab of a fish.
3.9. What a beautiful fish.
That's a big piece. .9, so unfortunately didn't hit the 4 kilo, but jeez, this guy boxed.
With some input from some of the local anglers, we managed to get onto a good pattern. This helped us out a lot, and the fishing was on. We picked up some massive fish, which were aggressive on our tackle, and we had to retie every 3 or 4 casts and re-spooled up to 2 or 3 times a day.
There you go. Jeez, this came past the tree, totally unexpected, and this little oak just nailed it. Nothing wrong with this little guy. Ryan got his personal best today, over a 4 kilo, so it's been a phenomenal day. Compared to the fishing that we get back home, this is lovely. I mean, we could do that trip every time, you know, make it worth the while. But yeah, you know, Ryan and I have been fishing together for a while now, and today's bag was 4 kilos heavier than the biggest bag that we've caught. So
Right on.
there we go.
There's a lot more trees coming up, so we're hoping to add at least another 4 kilos. Smallest is probably about, that we're counting in our 5 fish limits, probably about 2.5. So based on the last 3 fish that we've caught, all over 3 kilos, 2 at the 4 kilo mark, we can get another 4, even a 5. You just never know, that 7 kilo might just swim past. And then we're going to have one almighty big bag.
That's what we come for. That's 7 kilo. So let's hope she's around. Come on, grab the tree there.
Yeah.
Oh! Whew. So how big was it, Ryan? Not very big, huh?
No, man.
Okay, so we're going to head back to Pokoji Lodge, celebrate a few personal bests, and have some dinner. They put up a lovely dinner for us last night, so we're going to go and enjoy it again. Alright, so second morning here. We put a lovely pattern together yesterday, so very excited to get out there and go and get some decent fish. Weather looks a lot better. The wind doesn't seem to be as strong, so we're going to give it a bash. Slightly different tactics today.
There's definitely a lot of catch-up to happen today, but yesterday was all about trying to figure out the dam, you know, first day on the dam, the weather, the wind, different techniques. On electric motors, this dam is massive and the wind plays a huge role. So yesterday was a lot of learning, so I definitely have a lot of catching up to do, but now we know the pattern, so we're going straight for the big guns.
Okay, so we got the first fish of the morning. Still on the spinnerbait. Conditions are a little bit windy.
What's your guesses?
I reckon that's 2.2.
2.11. Close enough. Close.
Off she goes.
The pattern we were using was a spinnerbait. What we had to do was throw past the timber, and that spinnerbait had to connect with the timber. If it didn't connect with the timber, we didn't get the strike.
Break me off. Oh! Too much, mate. Well, there was a little bit of pandemonium there. Yeah, it went on, but unfortunately that fish was a dirty player. Wrapped me around a couple of trees, and I was busy fighting it over here, and the fish jumped over there. So I actually saw it throw the bait as well. So you know, you got a lot of structure in this dam here. So you know, you win some, you lose some. It sure does make it interesting. But you know, you have a look over here, you can see all the trees that we've got to contend with. Bang your bait, hopefully to do some more damage. Okay, so I'm just going to retie the spinnerbait here. What I'm going to use a figure of 8 knot. It's a very simple knot, and I like using it for this thick mono. Basically all you do, make sure you got a decent size edge there. You take that, your tag end, wrap it around your finger once, twice, 3 times, get it all off. You got your little loops there, all nice and neat. Take that tag end through all of them, pull it up. There's your figure 8. Always make sure the line is wet. Give it a little tug, it tightens up, and then you just slide it down onto the eye. Give it a nice tug. Perfect, nice, neat little knot, and very easy.
Oh, it's broken. It's broken. Well, after the fish that just broke off, I've been fishing big game 20 pound, but seeing what it did to my line and seeing the fish that Ryan lost earlier on 25 pound, I certainly don't think we should stay with 20 pound. So I'm going to change the reel up on the rod and we'll try some 25 pound big game. Okay, we're going to head down with the wind. The wind seems to have subsided a little bit, so we're going to make the most of using what wind there is left to head down with the dam, so conserve a bit of battery life. We're going to go look. Yesterday morning we found a lot of trees right at the other end of the dam, and we're going to head back there and see if we can't duplicate the pattern that we've got working here. We can only hope that the wind behaves. If it doesn't behave and it carries on blowing, it's going to be a long and very slow trip back to shore.
Right, we come across the dam here. It's amazing what the wind does. It takes us about 10 minutes with the wind and about 2 hours against the wind. But we've got to the side, and with the knowledge that we got over yesterday, we're going to try this spot here with all these trees, and hopefully we can get some good fish. Oh gracious me! Oh, it's massive and it's got some weight. Yeah. Woo! Crossed over the dam in the wind and started doing our same pattern, basically where we started off yesterday. And clearly we didn't know enough about the place yesterday, because this is what was lying here. Lovely fish, and gave an absolute fight. 4.1.
3.6.
Oh my goodness! Okay, so we've got the locals on the side here that want this little guy, but you know, we practice catch and release, so we're going to let this one go and survive to fight another day. Lovely fish this. Oh. We've just put that other one back in the water, and an even bigger fish has just latched onto it. I'm gonna guess 4 this time around.
3.56.
No ways!
Put some water in its gill.
Okay, so our buddies came along on the trip with us as well, and they're fishing just next to us here, and it seems as if they've got a 5 kilo there, so we're just going to shoot along quickly and just check if they're actually talking the truth. They're not in this boat.
On the camera, mate. Oh, you see now, we know we're looking.
We got one of about 5 kilos. Best we've got so far.
Test our scale to see that.
And there was another one with it trying to grab it out of its mouth.
What did you get on?
That's good.
4.76.
6.
Okay, pop him back.
Okay. Thank you, my boy. Oh, my girl, I mean. Now let's see if we can get the old cat to jump. No, she won't. Hey, come on. That's the way.
What a beautiful fish. Sneaky bugger.
This is heaven.
3.24.
Close enough. I'll take that. These fish are very deceptive. You have a look from the top. I mean, they're very wide. And from the tail here, they got a hell of a lot of meat here. Something that we noticed is, I mean, all the fish have been over 1.5, 2 kilos. Which raises the question is, where are the small fish? They've got to be somewhere around. But I'm in some line as well. Check it. Oh!
Break you off.
Got onto a fish there. But there's some line that's stuck in the tree there. And I got caught in that line and that fish just wasn't budging. Eventually it just, the friction of the line on the other line just broke me off, eh?
It's about 35 degrees here at the moment, and it's midday, so we came around the corner, found this lovely little beach here. So we've decided to come off and have some lunch, sit under the trees and get a bit of shade. So we've got our bullies that have joined us on the trip, and you know, in true bully fashion, they take their time, they plot around, but at the end of the day, they're giving us a lesson, so we've got to step up now.
On that. Now this is what we've come to Liy Ba Dam
Yes!
for. 4.49.
Jeez!
These fish are very deceptive.
It's a 4.4 kilo. Hit it like an absolute rocket. Nice size fish. These are really tough fish. See here, this one's got a piece of line hanging out his mouth. So I'm just going to see if I can help him get it out. There we go. Look at that. Out it comes. That'll help with your indigestion. Oops. But as you can see, massive hook, massive bait. This guy lost the beauty of a fish. Okay, so that brings it into our 2 days of fishing. It's been phenomenal. Well done, Ron.
Thank you. It's been really, really awesome.
We've caught plenty of fish, we've caught big fish, we've caught a lot of fish, so just absolutely awesome. We've loved the trip. We're definitely going to be back here at Liy Ba Dam.